Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick here dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having a great start to your year. Hope that you are off to a great week. As the week winds down, I hope that you are achieving the things that you set out to achieve. Look, I'm not going to be before you long. I have a client at the top of the hour, but I did want to drop this great news on you. For years, I have been working with people, helping them overcome many deficits from low self esteem, low self confidence, limiting beliefs, um, the inability to manage anxiety in the midst of chaos, overcoming trauma, and so many other things, along with developing strong life plans, strong life actions, and purposeful and meaningful goals to achieve a lot. It is what I love doing. It's what wakes me up in the morning in whatever level and capacity I do it. It drives me. And there are a lot of times that people want to work with me, and either there's not a convenient time, or they can't afford it. And so I created courses that will allow people to do the next best thing. There is no substitute for working one-on-one with someone who has the knowledge and capacity to get you to where you want to be. Maybe it's not me, but I tell you, if you are a person that can't afford it, you need to invest in yourself and connect with people. There are a bunch of people out there that will shoot that down. What I'm telling you is, I have been doing what I do for the majority of my adult life, and I've had times where I've hit rough patches, and I have hired someone who, number one, is going to see it from the outside without the emotional attachment, someone that's going to probably have seen or heard or encountered things that I haven't, to give me some unique insight, and then just have another brain. My grandmother used to always say, two heads are better than one head. And then she would always throw it, even if one is a goat head. And I would always ask, well, who is the goat head? When she's talking to me, I'm like, okay, who are you referring to? Jokingly. But the bottom line is, sometimes you just need more insight. But when you find someone who is capable of helping you deal with the things that are blocking you, if you have not achieved the things that you set out to achieve in life, there's a reason for it. If you procrastinate, there's a reason for it. If you are constantly blocked by fear, there's a reason for it. I have, over the years, again, as I stated, created digital courses, seminars, workshops, um, and the like, for all types of things. One of my favorite courses is the Questioning Limiting Beliefs course, which went sort of viral. And then I took it and I upgraded it to the Mind Unleashed course. Here's the thing: if you can conceive it with your mind, you can achieve it. This is not some cliche. This is not some hype. This is how life works. If you don't believe you can, you won't. Socrates once said, he who believes he can and he who believes he can are usually both right. Henry Ford would later on follow that up with something similar. Basically, what you believe you can do, you will move on it, you will act on it. So if you're not moving on it and acting on it, there's something that's telling you can't. And unfortunately, we are constantly being bombarded with limiting beliefs. Sometimes we inherit those limiting beliefs from our family structure, from our own experiences as children, from listening to our parents. We have a tendency, for the sake of protecting our children, to quash their imagination, to quash their dreams, to quash their talk about being astronauts, and we'll tell them that's not realistic. They'll talk about owning their own billion-dollar company, and we'll tell them that's not realistic. We will talk them into the confines and parameters of what we believe we are capable of doing. And we consistently pass down these limiting beliefs generation after generation. And someone has to say, you know what, I'm breaking out of this constraint. I'm breaking out of this, these boxes that everyone is content with staying in, because it's outside of the box that the extraordinary takes place. It's outside of the box that the remarkable and the unbelievable happens. You got to think almost everything that you do today was once believed impossible. From sitting here and watching me on a device while you're probably doing 15 other things is something that was believed to be impossible just 30 years ago. And here we are, we're sitting up, and now it's done consistently. People are talking to people all over the world and not giving it a second thought. It was once believed that it was impossible to build a machine that could fly you around the world, and now millions of people do it daily. There are all these things that we do consistently that was once believed impossible, but somebody had to get outside of the box. Somebody had to put the limiting beliefs aside. Somebody had to say, if I can envision it, then there's some way to make it happen. And it is in that belief that you start to pursue and explore. And it's these things that happen. But I promise you, if you can unleash your mind, you will understand. You've heard it before. We use less than 10% of our brains. We use less than 10% of our mind capacity. What is that other 90% capable of? What is it capable of? When you start to explore things that you initially deemed impossible, you start to see new opportunities. You start to come in contact with answers and explorations. You got to think the periodic table that we all learned in science was a dream. It was just simply envisioned. It came because somebody was open. What are you open to? What do you believe? Let me tell you something. These fears that are holding you back. Um, I once heard, I believe it was Will Smith, say that God put everything worth having on the other side of fear. And I've always added on the other side of pain, on the other side of on the other side of uncertainty. Anything worth having in this life is going to require you to take some risks. It's going to require you to put some skin in the game. It's going to require you to build a certain level of resilience, a certain level of consistency, a certain level of just simply saying, I'm not giving up. It's not about what you know, it's much about what you're committed to learn and to become. If you don't have it, you have to become it. You don't get what you want in this life, you get who you are. If I can't have it, it means I haven't become the person capable of producing it, but I can. Find the person who is doing what you're doing, or find the person who's come closest to doing what you want to do. Learn what they did, learn what didn't work for them, learn what does work for them, and then start to explore it. There is absolutely nothing. When I started my first company, people said it wouldn't last. That first company has seen 46 other companies come, and it's still here. Master Fitness 21 was my first official company. I did a bunch of stuff as a kid. I cut yards. I did believe it or not, seamster, or whatever you want to call it, work. My grandmother taught me how to use her Singer sewing machine when I was a little kid. I did all they used to call, I guess, straight legging back then, or tapering back then. I did all that. I did hair cutting, all this stuff before I even got to high school. And that's just been the way my mind works. If it's something to do, find it. It may not be the thing you want to do the rest of your life, but it can be the thing that will keep you fed and keep you covered until you get there. Be willing to open your mind and do things. That's why I created the Mind Unleashed. The 7-day online business launch course. Well, anyway, the reason I'm here, because again, I've got like 12 minutes and I got a client at the top of the hour. Look, here's why I'm here. The Mind Unleashed course is regularly $607, and people have been blown away by the course. The course is effective. No, it's not the same as working with me, but it's close, because you're going to learn all the elements and components of freeing your mind, opening your mind, strengthening your resolve, dealing with fear, dealing with limiting beliefs, and all those things that hold you back, confronting procrastination, which so many people do. It's so many people being robbed of their opportunities, being robbed of their future, being robbed of their time because of procrastination. All of that is addressed in this course. For today only, you can get that course for $99. So that is a $607 course for $99. But it doesn't stop there. Once you do that, you qualify to get the 7-day online business launch course, which is another $600 course for $99. You will receive a welcome email when you register for the Mind Unleashed course, and you can choose to click that link and get the 7-day online business launch course for $99. Plus, you will get the Ascension personalized 6-month success and growth plan. This is a plan literally designed specifically for you to walk you through the first 6 months of your transformation and move you into a way of success. It is something I designed a couple of years ago. It is doing well. I'm deciding to bring it back and really push it because there's so many people out there that don't have a plan. It blows my mind how many people say they want something but don't have a plan. No personal plan, no success plan, no plan of transformation. They're just hoping something happens. Hoping is not a strategy. Wishing is not a strategy. You have to have a strategy for intentional change. And this personalized success and growth plans a $207 course that now you can get for free when you register today for the reduced price. And finally, for those of you who really want to get down, for those of you who really want to take uh, a hard swing at changing your life and making 2024 the best year ever. And when I say making 2024 the best year ever, I'm not hyping. I'm not throwing it by. I'm talking about literally engaging life in a way that when you end this year will have gotten you more progress, more stabilization, more consistency, and a clearer vision of what life is going to look like moving forward than it has ever happened in the past. You want to work with me right now, today only, if you purchase the bronze package, which is a coaching, consulting, or counseling package. If you purchase that, which is $3,500 for 12 sessions, that's 3 months, I'm going to give you a free upgrade to the platinum package, which is 52 sessions, 12 months of working with me directly once a week. Um, that's been my flagship. That has allowed me to help people do some pretty extraordinary things. If you want to see and hear about some of them, go to our site at thevisionetics.institute.com and look at some of the testimonials. But anyway, that's today. And here's the beautiful thing about all of this. We offer afterpay. So even if you're in a situation and you can't do it all and say, man, I really would like to, afterpay. We offer it. So again, that's the opportunity. But again, if you want to really truly experience life at the next level, it starts with making a commitment to change. It starts with being willing to do something beyond what you've done in the past. It starts with saying today is that day. You hear it all the time. Today is the next day of the rest of my life. What am I going to do with it? It's what are you going to do with it? What's going to be different today than it has been in the past? What are you going to do different this week? What are you going to do differently this month? How is all the proclamations for 2024 being the best year of all these people, how is it going to be brought into fruition? How is it going to be realized? It's going to be realized by a true and assertive and intentional commitment to do something different. If you want the things you've never had, you got to do things you've never done. And it's that simple. And most people simply will balk at it. They will dance around it. They will make excuses. They will talk about the perfect time, and they will talk about the perfect opportunity. They will talk about when this happens, when I finally get this out of the way. Let me tell you something. Life is passing. Life is moving. It's not standing still. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. What you choose to do with those is going to determine the outcome of your life. There's no getting around that. There's no dancing around it. There's no, well, give me a makeup exam. When you pass up these opportunities to be better, to do better, to learn more, to become, you lose a portion of that goes away. That 86,400 seconds, when it's gone, it's gone. You got to look at the next 86.4, but that 86.4 has gone. And you got to say, what did I put into it? That's why when you hear me talking, you hear me speak, and I'm constantly saying, I live my life on full. And so that I die on E. That's what I mean. I'm not taking 1 ounce of my potential to the grave. I'm not going to live each day casually and then say, I'll take my swings here and there. Every day I'm giving every day that what that day deserves, what that day is owed. And what happens is no matter what happens, whether I'm up or whether I'm down, whether I'm having a lean year, whether I'm having an explosive year, it's really irrelevant because I'm giving it what I have at that moment and it comes back to me. That cannot be denied. The law of reciprocity, the law of sowing, reaping, whatever you want to call it, what you put out, what you invest into the time that you have been granted and blessed with is going to determine the outcome of your life. You cannot escape it. That's not going to be some magical moment where all things are going to fall in the line and you haven't laid the foundation. It simply will not. It's going to be up to you. On that note, I'm going to get ready to get off of here. Again, you can get the Mind Unleashed course for regularly $607, get it for $99. Qualify to purchase the $600 7-day online business launch course for $99. Get the Ascension personalized 6-month success and growth plan for free. That's a $200 value. Or you can choose to work with me, purchase the bronze package and get a free upgrade to the platinum package. So that's from 12 weeks to 52 weeks, and you're working directly one-on-one with yours truly. Those are the options. They're all in the description box. Make a move. I wish you the best. I want you to do well. And for those who follow me, look for the live stream or the playback on the symposium I'm doing this week with Harris County Sheriff's Office, the Wellspring Clinic and Family Institute, the University of Houston Greenhouse Church. We're doing a community symposium on epigenetics that I'm presenting, and we're talking about healing. We're talking about environmental changes. We're talking about the ability to heal ourselves. We're talking about relationships with law enforcement and the microaggressions and how they're affecting health. We're doing all of that. It's supposed to be streamed live, but if it doesn't go streamed live, I will have it up and share it with you. So look out for that. Wish me well. This is part 2 of the series. It's going to be, I think, a minimum of a 4 or 5 part series to where we're going into different elements and components of living life in the community and what that looks like and how do we open it. And a part of that is economic liberation. And we're talking about that moving forward as well. So look, I'm excited about all of this, but I'm asking you to be on your A game. You're going to have to make a move. On that note, as I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. My challenge to you is to do the same. On that note, I'm out here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day.